Good morning. Welcome back to Microeconomic Theory II.
In the last lecture, you can see that it is hard to find identical products in reality. Therefore, it is hard to classify markets whose assumptions are reliant on identical product. If we relax the assumption just to be similar products, what would happen? In doing so, we have to find degree of similarity of products. We know that they are not identical but similar. But how much similar they are? We have to find some ways to identify the degree of similarity. Before defining the degree of similarity, we have to think about substitution between products. Two products are substitutable when the usage of them are similar. It means that you can use this product instead of that product, and you feel nothing different. Even though the signs, the colors, or the designs of the products are different, but as long as their functions are the same, when you feel nothing different when you use these products, they are somehow similar. Therefore, the first thing that we should consider about the degree of similarity is the function of the products. The second thing that we should consider for the degree of similarity is the feature of the product. Features describe components of the products. Products with similar functions may have different features. The third thing that we should consider for the degree of similarity is the feeling when we use the product. Feelings in using products are human factors describing how human feels when using that product. The combination of these three F's, functions, features, and feelings, create a market segment. And we can separate market segmentation by these three F's. Therefore, when we analyze a market, we don't analyze the whole market, but a market segment. Then it will be easier to find numbers of firms in that market segment, and it is clearer to identify the types of market for that specific market segment. In summary, to a difficulty of identification of the types of market because of identical products. An economist may not analyze the market as a whole market, but separate them into smaller segments or market segment by identification of 3 F's, which are functions, features, and feelings. All of the products or services can be separated into smaller market segments, and it will be easier to know how many firms there are in that small market segment. Now, in a specific market segment, when we can count the number of firms in that segment, we can classify the types of market more correctly. If there are many firms or many sellers still there in the market, we can be sure that that segment is perfect competition. In contrast, if we can find just only one seller in that segment, we can think of a monopoly. Then you see, if that segment is belonged to just only 2 firms or 2 competitors, it is duopoly. Moreover, if you can count more than 2 firms, but not many, it means that that segment is oligopoly. However, if you still find many firms in that segment, but offer differentiated products, you may think about monopolistic competition. Economists have their own ways to determine the relationship between 2 products and decide whether they are competing or not. It is called elasticity of cross demand. The elasticity will show the relationship between the quantity of a product to the price change of the other product. It is in pair between 2 products. The idea is that when the price of one product is up and the quantity of another product is up too, it means that consumer consider that both products are competing, and they switch consuming the more expensive product to a cheaper product in relative. However, if both products are not competing, the change of one product's price will not affect the quantity of another product at all. It means that if an economist can find a product whose price is related to the quantity of another product. Then an economist can ensure that both products are competing and they are similar in this sense. Even though we separate market segment by 3 F's: the functions, features, and feelings. But in calculation, the degree of similarity must be shown by a number. And the idea of elasticity of cross demand may be a good one. The elasticity of cross demand can be presented as the percentage change of quantity of product A by the percentage change of price of product B. It means that by a 1% change of the price of product B, it affects the change of product A by how much percent? If it is not zero, and if it is positive, for example, 1% or 2% or 3%, it means that product A and product B are competing and they are in the same market segment. However, if the elasticity is zero, it means that the price change of product B cannot affect the quantity of product A. You can see that the relationship does not exist. They are not competing. And we cannot count both of them into the same market segment. You can see that the elasticity can be 1, 2, 3, or more. This number will identify the degree of similarity. The higher the elasticity, the higher degree of similarity. And the higher degree of similarity means that both products are in the same market segment because they are strongly competing. We can ignore some products that are written substitutable, but we should focus more on a pair of products that's strongly substitutable and strongly competing instead. In summary, the 3 F's and the elasticity of cross demand will help you a lot in identification of types of market.
It is very easy to do experiment in economics. Today, I will apply microeconomic theory to the experiment, and I show you it is possible to do a small economic project by yourself.
First of all, you have to find some substitutable products at the same price. Here we have Coca-Cola and Pepsi in bottles and cans at 15 baht. Perfect. Now, we have them all here and we can compare all of them in pairs. They are in the same function because they are carbonated beverage, but they have different features. For example, in packaging, the bottle and the can, the colors of the logo, red and blue, and maybe the slogan. Yeah, you may like the slogan of Pepsi more than Coca-Cola or vice versa. We will do an experiment to find the degree of similarity between pairs of them and calculate the elasticity of cross demand using our formula. Here we are at the Telecommunications Economics Research Center, TERC, to do this experiment. Follow me. Yes, you are right. They are 15 baht the same at the beginning. Then you let him or her to choose the favorite one. After that, you raise the price to be 20 baht, and then look what product he or she will switch to. That's it. And you do this for 100 people. Okay, let's go. That's it. You have all the data here, and then you have to calculate the elasticity of cross demand using the formula. Make sure that you understand the formula, and then you calculate first the percentage change of price of the product, and then the percentage change of the quantity of other products that the consumers switch to. And then use these two numbers to calculate the elasticity of cross demand. Very easy. Let's do it. The most interesting thing here is that you can do this kind of small economic project by yourself. And you can apply microeconomic theory to do the experiment. It is easy, fun, and a little bit or somehow powerful. Thank you very much, TRC. See you again. Join us in other experiments. Thank you. Here we are, the results of the experiment. Experiment 1. Experiment 2. Experiment 3. And experiment 4. The 30 persons who choose Coca-Cola in bottom to switch to other products. And here, there are 30 persons who chose Pepsi in bottom, then switched to other products. Here, there are 20 persons that chose Coca-Cola in can and switched to other products. And last, these are 20 persons who chose Pepsi in can and switched to other products. The numbers of the switching can add to the original number of 30 persons or 20 persons who chose those products originally. And then we add the number together and find out the rising quantity of the products. You can see that when the price of the major product in focus is up, then the quantity of other products that can be switched to is also up, but at the different degree. These numbers can calculate the elasticity of cross demand. All the elasticities are calculated, and you can find the relationship between those similar products. The higher the elasticity, the higher degree of similarity. Look at the relationship together. Very interesting. You look at some pairs of products and you will find, wow, these products are very close. They are almost perfectly substitutable. You will not know that if you don't do the experiment. These numbers come from the experiments. Very interesting. It is a small but powerful experiment. You can do it.
Now we are at the end of the class. Thank you very much for coming to the class today. I hope you enjoyed the class and see you next time.